Deborah Kerr, the epitome of elegance and grace, a six-time Oscar nominee, the unforgettable star of The King and I, An Affair to Remember, and From Here to Eternity. But beyond the Hollywood legend, she was a mother to two daughters. What became of them? Born into a world of cinematic glamour and British societal standing, these two sisters took remarkably different paths. One becoming a distinguished academic, shaping our understanding of health. The other, a dedicated horticulturist and matriarch of her own creative family. Number 2, Melanie Jane Bartley. Born on December 27, 1947 in Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 7 pounds. 13 ounces, her birth even noted in Time magazine's Milestones. Her mother was the already famous Deborah Kerr, and her father, Squadron Leader Anthony Tony Bartley, a decorated fighter pilot from the Battle of Britain, who later became a film and TV executive. Growing up, Melanie was seen at premieres with her parents, like For Heaven Knows, Mr. Allison in 1957. And as a young girl, she harbored dreams of becoming an expert horsewoman, cherishing her books on the subject. But Melanie didn't follow her parents into the world of film or fame. Instead, she carved out a highly distinguished career in academia. Her educational journey took her from the University of Reading, where she studied sociology and philosophy in the exciting 1960s, to Bedford College, London, for a master's in medical sociology, and then to the University of Edinburgh, where she earned her PhD in 1988. Her doctoral thesis focused on unemployment and health, signaling her early interest in how society impacts well-being. In 1996, Professor Bartley joined University College London, UCL, where she became a professor of medical sociology in 2001. She held this position until her retirement in 2012 and remains a professor emerita. Her research has consistently focused on the social determinants of health, things like unemployment, social inequality, gender, and how these factors affect health throughout life. She's particularly known for her work on how we measure social inequality and the theories behind why health disparities exist. One reviewer called her one of the key researchers who is an intellectual force in the field of health inequalities. She's explored how things like the double workload affect women's health and has critically examined policies aimed at increasing individual resilience, arguing they don't replace the need to tackle root causes like poverty. A cornerstone of her work is the influential book Health Inequality, an introduction to concepts, theories, and methods, first published in 2003. It's considered essential reading in her field, and a third edition is even on its way in late 2024 or early 2025, updated to include the impacts of events like the COVID-19 pandemic. She's also written other significant books and a vast number of journal articles. In 2015, Professor Bartley's immense contributions were recognized with her election as a Fellow of the British Academy, FBA, the UK's National Academy for Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Bartley's career is a testament to forging an independent path, making significant intellectual contributions far removed from the artistic careers of her parents. She was alive and professionally active well into the 2020s, leaving a lasting mark on the field of medical sociology. Number 1. Francesca Ann Shrapnel. Deborah Kerr's younger daughter was born in Los Angeles on December 18th, or 20th, sources vary slightly, 1951. Like her sister Melanie, she grew up in a transatlantic world, with her christening taking place in a village in Buckinghamshire, England, in 1954, even as the family had connections to California. Her parents, Deborah Kerr and Tony Bartley, divorced in 1959. In 1960, Deborah married author Peter Viertel, who became Francesca's stepfather. While deeply connected to an artistic lineage, Francesca cultivated her own distinct path, primarily in the world of horticulture and landscape design. She is described as a landscape gardener or landscape designer, and in some professional contexts, like her Pinterest account, which showcases her love for gravel gardens and garden rooms, she uses the name Frankie Shrapnel. In October 1975, Francesca married John Shrapnel, an esteemed British actor renowned for his extensive work with the Royal Shakespeare Company and the National Theatre, as well as in film and television. John Shrapnel sadly passed away in 2020. Together, Francesca and John raised 3 sons, all of whom have followed in their father's and grandmother's artistic footsteps. Joe Shrapnel, born 1976, is a successful screenwriter whose work includes the Oscar-nominated screenplay for The Tonto Woman. Lex Shrapnel, born 1979, is an accomplished actor known for roles in films like Captain America, The First Avenger, and TV series like Medici, Masters of Florence. Tom Shrapnel, born 1981, is also an actor and director. The Shrapnel family had homes in Highbury, London, and the peaceful Suffolk village of Waddesfield. Francesca played a vital grounding role in this creative household. Her late husband, John, lovingly described her as the one who keeps us all together and keeps sanity in the household, ensuring their family base was kept very efficient. Francesca herself expressed immense pride in her sons' careers, stating, "I think it is great and something that I would always support as long as they enjoy what they do and get the chance to do it." Beyond her passion for horticulture, Francesca has also been involved in property management. She is an active director of Rockwalk Property Management Limited, a role she took on in February 2020, following her husband John's passing. Francesca has selectively engaged with the public, often in contexts related to her mother. She appeared as self-daughter of Deborah Kerr in episodes of TV's Backstory, 2001, and Biography, 2000. In interviews, she shared warm insights into Deborah Kerr's personality, noting her mother relished the challenge of playing complicated women, but was also quite shy and a rather private person, content to move to Switzerland as Hollywood films became more explicit. When the BBC remade Black Narcissus in 2020, Francesca thoughtfully commented that her mother would have loved the new adaptation and would have wanted people to appreciate the extraordinary genius of the original's production design. These public engagements show Francesca as a thoughtful guardian of her mother's legacy, offering personal dimensions to the public narrative. Melanie Jane Bartley and Francesca Ann Shrapnel. Born to the legendary Deborah Kerr, these 2 sisters navigated their extraordinary heritage in remarkably different, yet equally fulfilling ways.